Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Eric and Rob.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. 3GW here on Tuesday night doing a retrospective. NXT TakeOver War Games 2017. I'm your host, The Real Big E, and I'm joined tonight by two special guest hosts. The man that chose this show, good brother, Blake. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Happy to be back on the show. Happy to review some NXT. Even though I'm missing NXT right now, I guess I could turn on the background and see what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of we're kind of doing this backwards, but it is what it is. Schedules. And of course, joined by MJ Book doing his very first ever NXT review. So this will be interesting. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Not only is this my first NXT review, but it's the first NXT pay-per-view I've ever seen. So, whole lot of firsts here. A lot of people there that still don't see, but a lot of faces I do actually know.
Yeah. When I was watching the card, I was thinking about you, and I was like, okay, I think he'll enjoy this one. A lot of names he knows, maybe one or two that just not as familiar with, but I thought for the majority, you pretty much knew who everybody was on the card.
For the most part. There's a couple of names that I didn't quite know.
Yeah. Any reason you chose this one, Blake? I think I know the reason.
Well, Velveteen.
No, Velveteen had nothing to do with that. I think we reviewed the other three, right?
Yeah.
So this is the only one that was left, and the card was stacked, and I just, I liked it. There were some matches on here I really, really liked, so this is the one I picked.
I think we'll get to it, but I think I know the match. That's the reason why you picked this.
That match, yeah. Yeah, you caught me being slick, yeah.
This will be interesting.
Yeah.
I guess they did a pre-show for this pay-per-view back in the day. Had two matches on there. I don't know if either of you look.
Here it comes. I was waiting for this.
I'm so fucking tired of Peacock. I am up to here with this.
The cock.
Yeah.
It took until today for me to watch this, and it took Blake to call me, and we had to figure that shit out. That's the only way.
We went through it step by step by step. It is not user friendly at all.
No. It's not. I had to send a message just because it doesn't tell you years.
Nope.
No.
So I just had to name what it says as a match. Blake responded, "Yep, that's it." And I was like, "Okay, good. I found it." But no, it's a little rough.
Yes, yeah.
And if you type in NXT, it'll pop up. But if you type in NXT Takeover, you'll get no results. It is so stupid.
And you can go to NXT and it'll give you something to click on for Takeover. So how was that possible? How was the search bar not picking that up?
I don't know.
See, that's the thing. I didn't type anything in the search. I just went down to pay-per-view specials and clicked on NXT Takeover, and that's where I found it.
Yeah, it's.
I see. I did it a whole different way.
And I'm so complimentary of WWE Network, that last update they did, because you could literally go by year, go by pay-per-view. You could click right on the match. If you don't want to watch the whole show, you can just go right to the match that you want to watch. Right. None of this other bullshit.
You can type in Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, Raw, boom, and you're there.
And it'll be there.
Yeah. Now we gotta play Where's Waldo with this shit.
And they go, it says season something, episode something. And it's like, that's not the way you need to be doing this by year. Like, this isn't, how do you not know this?
Yeah. Well,
it's still new. Hopefully they'll get some changes. It's still new. The old WWE Network in the beginning, it was a train wreck too. So
Yeah, but you would think like they would say, "Hey, we did this update. This is really all you really had to do is just transfer what we did over here."
Right. Right.
they probably didn't have control to do that. They probably have to follow what NBC wants.
Yeah.
Well, I hate it. I knew I was gonna hate it when they said they were switching, and it's lived up to every bit of it. I can't. Ugh,
It's bad.
can't stand this shit.
It is bad.
The only positive out of this is that I'm an Xfinity customer, so I get a $5 discount, and that's about it.
I don't even get that.
I don't get that, but there's some decent shows on there that I haven't seen in a while that I'm glad I have access to. So
Yeah. Well, the reason why we would just run that rant was because I was about to ask y'all, did anybody seek out the pre-show? And I thought about that word, seek out, because it took me forever to fucking seek out the pay-per-view.
I tried to, and I could not find. I couldn't find the pre-show. So
no, I never try to watch those pre-shows for reviews like this. So sorry, bro. Nope.
Well, there were actually two solid matches on paper that I kind of wish I would have got a chance to see. One was Ruby Riott versus Sonya Deville. I
Ooh,
think that would have been pretty decent.
mhm.
And Pete Dunne versus Johnny Gargano. And that was for the UK Championship. So I think that was probably a really solid match.
Exactly. So
But it would have been a better way to start the show than what it actually started with.
uh-oh. Somebody's showing a hand.
Yeah.
Yep. But a little backstory. This is NXT TakeOver War Games, the first edition of War Games that WWE reintroduced it. I think before that, it had been since 1999 with the traditional cage.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to talk about that Vince Russo bullshit.
Oh yeah, don't talk about that.
The cage on cage
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, the triple
Don't
cage,
talk about
yeah.
that. Don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they changed the rules. Matter of fact, this War Games match rules are different. This is the only one with 3 teams. All the rest of them only have 2 teams, and it's more like the Blood and Guts match book like that we watched. This is the only one with 3 teams, so it's
Right.
unique that way. This was their experiment to see if it was going to work, how it was going to work. But I will want to get your opinion at the end when we grade it. I want you to compare like Blood and Guts to WWE's version. It's the same idea. They just can't call it War Games because they don't have the rights.
Exactly.
So okay, Houston, Texas, the year those cheating ass Astros won the World Series.
Oh.
Why you have to bring that up? And that's really gonna tick him off.
Oh. I'm not even. No, you're not gonna.
Move on,
I'm
move
not
on.
even
Okay.
going down
All
that
right,
road.
Move on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Hot button. All right.
Oh, I'm triggered from that, man.
Yeah, that pissed me. Yeah, that pissed me off too.
That's my trigger, man.
All right. Well, let me put your guns back. Holster your weapon. Holster your weapon, officer.
Put your weapons down.
Kicked off this pay-per-view with Lars Sullivan and Cassius Ohno. Oh, Dylan, what's his name? Dylan Miley, what's his name?
Yeah. Dylan.
Oh, porn star Dylan.
Oh my God.
He is. That's legit.
That's okay. I didn't need to know that.
It gets worse. So, but I don't know if you want to cover that on the show. Okay, we'll stay away from that.
Yeah, we did that a long time ago.
Yeah.
But in any event, I was concerned going into this match because I have been to a takeover where Mr. Ono was on the card, and that match was god awful. This, however, in my opinion, wasn't that bad. It was decent. I still don't think it's NXT Takeover worthy at all. I think it would be barely, weekly television worthy at best. I did think, however, Lars Sullivan, if there was ever a time in his career where he was showing potential, this was it for him. I did appreciate his feats of strength. And honestly, there was that point in the match where Ono was hitting some pretty good strikes. I can acknowledge, I can be objective, even though I don't care for either wrestler. But at the end of the day, Lars Sullivan hit the freak accident, which to me isn't the best finisher. I would think a guy his size would have a better finisher than like a sidewalk slam. Like, that's kind of pathetic. But in any event, he wins. I gave the match a C to be nice. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I didn't think it was as bad because I went in with very low expectations, and I actually was kind of surprised it was actually decently put together. So, C for me. Good, brother. What'd you think?
So this was not an NXT takeover worthy match, because when we find out a takeover is coming up, we are all pumped. 2 years ago now, I went to Survivor Series. You guys skipped Survivor Series. We all went to takeover because we knew we went to take over War Games, because we knew we were going to have a fantastic show. So takeovers are legendary at this point, and you expect greatness. This match was not greatness. I really don't care for either one of these performers. I just don't. Cassius Ohno stinks up the joint. I know he had a great indie career. The match lasted about 7 minutes. There was a couple hard hitting moments, but it just wasn't nothing to write home about. It wasn't takeover. This should have been like NXT TV. This match was there to showcase Lars Sullivan, period. But there wasn't, his skill set isn't nothing to showcase. He's not even at least like a Karrion Kross where you could say, look at the entrance, look at the presentation, the intensity. None of that is there with Lars Sullivan, and I'm glad he's gone. However, he is involved in a 5-star match, which was he had plenty of help. It was a 6-man ladder match.
He had a lot of help.
He had help. I mean, everyone helped him, but he was involved, so he gets a nod. I did go with C-. The match wasn't terrible. When you think of takeover, you don't think of this type of shit here. You think of, probably the next match that's coming up. You think of the real for real, and this wasn't it. And I was kind of surprised they opened the show with this. I mean, you opened the show hot. This wasn't hot. This was not hot. So I gave it a C-. I was ready for the match to be over. His finisher is a sidewalk slam. Who's freaking out about that? Nobody.
And just so you know, the match was 5 minutes and 11 seconds.
Well, I'm being generous. What did I say? 6, 7, 8? What did I say?
Yeah. 6, 7. Yeah.
Well, twice longer than a Goldberg match.
I knew it.
Oh goodness!
Fucking knew it.
Oh wow!
I guess
long.
Okay, you know what? I'll take that because of my Houston Astros comment. I'll just.
Oh yeah, you do deserve it.
I'll take that one on the chin. Okay, Book. Not the best intro to your first NXT pay-per-view.
Well, for the listeners, just to let you know, already said this is my first pay-per-view as far as NXT. I have seen a house show of NXT. Unfortunately, I grew up in an era where house shows meant something. They were awesome. Fan participation. House shows a lot of times would be better than Raws and all that stuff. The NXT SmackDown, or the NXT house show I went to was shit. It sucked. So I was very curious how just a regular true NXT show would start. It starts with this, and it was a piece of fucking shit. It was a piece of fucking shit. I fucking hated it. There was a couple of decent moves by Ono, but yeah, this was just Lars just steamrolling. That's the only purpose of it. I fought to keep it out of F territory. So I did give it a D.
Ooh.
I gave it a D, but
That's being generous.
It was flirting. It was flirting with F really badly. Ono did a couple of moves that did impress me for a guy his size. So, and Lars, I like the gimmick that they were doing with him. So I was down with that a little bit, but it was rough. But if you're gonna have a pay-per-view start, I've always said it. I want it. I would prefer not to have a shit match, but if you're gonna put that shit match somewhere, get that shit off at the beginning so you can just move up. I don't like a really hot match at the beginning followed somewhere by a shit match because then you go down. Yeah. I just like going up. So if you're gonna put the shit somewhere, put the shit at the beginning. And this was a D.
Yeah.
See, I was always of the school of thought you start off hot. Then if you got, some crap, as you say, maybe 2, 3, maybe something like that, just so you can kind of coast over and get to the next good match. That was always my school of thought. But I'm not, I don't know.
I see both ends, but yeah, I agree with having 2 or 3 good matches or great matches, and then you have a cool down, aka a bad match.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna say this is gonna be bad, but you can,
This match will be challenging.
That's your chance to refill your drink, go to the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. Only halfway pay attention, that kind of deal. But I think we did ramp up quite a bit as we got the Velveteen Dream going up against Aleister Black. And I absolutely love this match for a list of reasons. I think they nailed it with this match as far as like not only just chemistry, but storytelling in the ring. And it just, I don't know, these two work so well together. I wish they would have worked together more, but they didn't. From Aleister's entrance to Dream's entrance to them facing off. And I don't know, you probably weren't familiar, Book, with the whole why Velveteen Dream was trying to get, Black to say his name the whole time. That was his thing, So Black refused, always refused. I'm not saying your name, dude. That's stupid, So that was his thing. That's why all during the match he kept trying to get him to say it's a silly, small little thing, but that was part of the deal.
But Ali did it back in the day.
Yes, he did.
I appreciated Dream's tights, like a Rick Rude tribute, putting his face and Aleister Black's face on the tights. Yeah,
they said it. Jake the Snake. They mentioned it.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool. These two, the way they work, I've always enjoyed Aleister Black's work. He impressed me since the first time I've seen him. His flips, his kick, everything he does is precise. He doesn't miss a fucking step, nothing. And Dream, I will say, while he is fantastic in the ring, he was in fantastic shape back then too.
Absolutely.
I could do without the gyrating. I could do without all that, but that was the character. But the thing about Dream was he really became Velveteen Dream. Patrick Clark turned himself into Velveteen Dream when he stepped out of that curtain. And I got to give him kudos to that. But as far as the match goes, these two tore it up. The crowd, and I think this was the loudest outside of the main event the crowd was all night for this match. The stealing each other's, poses in the ring, from that to the counters to the stiff kicks. Even Dream was putting kicks on Black, but nothing like that last Black mask that he put on him. And I'm mad the camera angle was off.
Thank you for saying that. I was going to say that. Yep.
Because that pissed me. You heard it, but you didn't see it. And then they had to show the replay so you could see it. That's the only thing that pissed me off about this match. But other than that, I thought it was fantastic. Really enjoy it. Solid A from me. So, Book, go ahead.
I like Aleister Black. I've liked the image of Aleister Black. I was a lot more familiar with Aleister Black in this match. Velveteen Dream, I had never seen. I've heard y'all talk about him tons of times. I've seen the images of him. So I was pretty clear on, okay, I get where this is going. This is opposite Rude and kind of going in the Gold Dust era type of thing, kind of a weird mix.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, he was in the middle. And so I was a little nervous because I know what Black could do, but I have no idea what Velveteen can do. And this was a very good match. I had thoroughly enjoyed watching this match. Finally, I could understand why people like NXT watching this match, because I sure as shit didn't get it at the beginning. I mean, that looked like WWE now. It looked that's what that was.
That was an awful Monday Night Raw match.
Yeah.
I mean, that was shit. But this is what I understand now, what people think about NXT. This was an entertaining match. Velveteen Dream did, I don't even know how to describe that damn DDT he did.
Oh yeah.
I have
nasty.
never seen a DDT like that done to that extent. I mean, it was told at first, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he nailed that DDT. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
So I was thoroughly impressed by this match. Love Aleister Black. He is so precise. And that damn Black Mass kick is the sickest kick in history. It is a nasty, nasty kick. I don't know how he hasn't decapitated somebody.
He probably could if he wanted to.
I would give this an A. If not, they fucked up the end with that damn camera. That was it's the finishing move. You cannot miss that. And they fucked it up. So because of that, I did have to lower this to an A-. But other than that, this was an extraordinary match. I would love to watch this match again, but that cameraman, I hope, got fired.
So a little bit of this is one of the so going back to what I said initially, this is one of the two matches I really wanted to highlight on this retrospective, that their chemistry is just off the charts. And they're two completely different type of wrestlers to me. A little bit of background. This Say My Name thing went on for months. If you remember, Big E, this went on for months because Dream wanted the acknowledgement that, hey, I'm on the level of the top guys here. And Black would hear none of it. This went on for months on end. This was feud of the year in NXT that year. Mm-hmm. A little note about that Black Mass. They say that Black Mass will knock you out. They said that puts you out. Drew McIntyre said that when he won the Rumble. If you go back, look at the highlights and all that from that. So Dream wants his acknowledgement. This match was an A for me. The only reason I didn't give it an A plus because that camera angle at the end. That's the only reason I didn't give it an A plus. But this match is phenomenal. It got to "This Is Awesome" chant. That DDT you're talking about, Book, he used to do that. It's like he'll lay you back on your back, drape you over his knee, then bring his arm over smooth, and they give you a nice spike DDT. Good shit. Love it. Dream Valley Driver with the cartwheel. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good. I want to give it an A plus. That cameraman broke everyone's heart. I want to give it an A plus so bad.
That's the money shot.
That's the money shot.
Oh man,
you can't screw that up.
And then even now, I don't know about now, but because of Velveteen's other things he got going on, but up until lately, you still hear the post match. You still hear people say, "Enjoy infamy, Velveteen Dream." He finally says his name because look, you gave me a fantastic match. This was a fucking proper contest. This is what NXT is all about. Like I said, I gave it an A. I want to give it an A plus so bad. It's like a 97%. It's almost an A plus. I want to give it to it, but that cameraman, he really jagged everybody off. But
yeah,
I mean, the crowd gave it a "This Is Awesome" chant. This is what NXT is all about. I love this type of stuff. A for me.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. We were watching an action movie and the guy's getting ready to get his head cut off and they cut to his feet.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing?
How'd you mess that up that bad?
What are you doing?
I know Hunter was living in the back. Them guys, and I almost feel bad for them guys. They put the work in. They put in the work and they got this. But
you just see Dream fall down. You're like, well, and you hear it.
You hear it, yeah, but you didn't see it. At first, I didn't know what happened. I'm like, okay, I'm assuming he did Black Mass because they're saying it, but I never saw it. You fucking idiots.
Oh, Aleister Black, I mean, he's not to be trifled with. I mean, extensive kickboxing background, extensive Muay Thai background. Yeah. I was looking at him on Instagram the other day doing this. Did I send that to you, E? I thought I did. I didn't.
I follow him.
Okay, he's in some kind of small gym doing his Muay Thai strikes. He ain't the one to play with.
I hope he kicked that cameraman.
He's posted about how he has to literally, how much he has to take off of his strikes because he literally said, I could kill you if I don't.
He brings it.
He already looks like he's killing you.
I could break ribs with one strike. You know, it's He's leaving.
He never needs to change that move. He can keep that. He can keep that as his finisher forever.
And that's why I want him to be the champ because I want to see them kick heads off.
You know what? Hey, he's getting a push finally on SmackDown, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you know what? Y'all know I love some Big E, but if I had to pick,
I'm sorry. That's not even a contest. That's pure Aleister. That's Aleister.
Big E's gonna have a couple more of those black masks coming. I feel.
But he can sell the hell out of them too.
Yeah.
Well, part of that's probably not just selling.
Right.
Probably it is. When his eyes get glossed over, that's real. Selling. That shit hurts.
He's putting a little extra on there to ensure you go down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A
little bit of mustard on that.
Yeah. That ain't a work. That's real.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Fatal 4-way match for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. Now, Asuka had felt like a 2-year reign, but I guess it was
523 days. Undefeated
in NXT. And they haven't done her right since, but God. What can you do? So she vacated the title because she was called up to Raw, and they did what they had to do. They had this fatal 4-way to decide a new champion. So we have Kairi Sane, the first ever Mae Young Classic winner, versus Nikki Cross, versus Payton Royce, versus Ember Moon. They weren't quite the Buconics yet. I didn't hate them.
I thought of you as soon as I saw her. I'm like, oh boy, it's the Buconics.
Not quite. Not yet. They were on their way. But again, these 4 women, they put the right 4 women in this match. I don't know what happened. If she just lost her way when she got up to the main roster, but I thought Payton Royce actually did a decent job in this match.
She worked, bro. She worked.
And I was like, well, where's this been? But obviously she's in there with Ember. She's in there with even Nikki, and she's in there with Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane, as small as she is, man.
She brought it, bro.
That insane elbow is just that. It's insane the way she can manipulate her body and just punctuate that elbow drop. I mean, if Macho Man, God rest his soul, was alive, he would be praising her for that elbow drop. I mean, it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then Ember Moon, she's so underrated too. I mean, I right now she's tagging with Shotzi, which is okay, but she doesn't need to be in a tag team. She's a solo act, and she proved it in this match. I love the finish, the double eclipse off the top, and they showed in slow motion. She got them.
Yes.
She nailed that. She nailed that eclipse. The only thing I don't like about her using that move is I always worry about wrestlers when they land on their tailbones like that. It compresses the spine over time. So I hope one day I love the move. It's awesome. It's a over the head off the top rope stunner. It's awesome. But I just worry about her long term. But I love the match. Ember won home state, not hometown. She's from Dallas. They were in Houston, but close enough. And I gave this to B+. I thought this was great. This was a great showcase for the women. And I don't have anything bad to say about the match. I thought it was great. It's B+. Blake?
Here's the thing. So with Payton Royce, I truly think she could always wrestle. You may disagree with me, but I truly think she could always wrestle. Billie Kay could not. There's no way around it. Billie Kay could not. I think it's the way she was presented on the main roster and the limitations they put on her. I think Payton Royce is a solid wrestler. Is she in the top 5? No. But can she go out there and work? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. In this match, she was where she needed to be. She hit her spots. A couple highlights. Ember Moon did a great suicide dive on Nikki Cross on the outside. And I want to say a beautiful pop-up powerbomb on Nikki Cross on the outside. Payton Royce, your girl with the Tower of Doom on, I want to say, Kairi Sane, Ember Moon. And the double eclipse was beautiful. I mean, that's a beautiful move. I gave it a B+ as well. Nothing bad to say. Solid match. Very solid. And I loved at the end Asuka giving her the belt because Asuka beat Ember Moon like 2 or 3 times before that. She couldn't get past Asuka, man. Like, don't feel bad, Ember. Nobody could back then.
Yeah, nobody could. It was you weren't beating Asuka.
Asuka used to beat that ass.
Yeah.
She beat the entire women's division like 3 times each. Like Asuka, she was the one, but she is the one.
Maybe I've been spoiled by women's matches. I was a little disappointed on some levels at this. I did think it'd be better than it ended up being, so I couldn't go too high on it. I did give it a B, but I did struggle. Part of me wants to give it a B-, but I'm going to give it a B. There were some moments I just wasn't that impressed with. I just don't like Payton Royce either. I just think she's shit. I just think she's shit. Billy's worse.
Oh.
Billy is far worse. But Payton is like, washed shit. She's still shit. So I could have done without Payton Royce in this match. I don't know who else was on the roster at that time. But if there was nobody else to replace Payton, they could have just made it a 3-way. I'd have been fine without Payton. But Nikki Cross, I love Nikki Cross. Had I been watching NXT in this time, Sanity definitely would have been a group I'd have been following. I would have been loving Sanity. That fits my style.
Oh, yeah, that's right up your alley.
That's right up my alley. I would have totally been rooting. In fact, that's what I ended up doing. I was pretty doggone sure that Ember Moon was going to win, but I was rooting solidly for Nikki Cross. That power bomb that she took on that outside.
Oh, yeah.
That was... Ember didn't take anything off that. Nope. She slammed the shit out of her. I mean, that was on par with Batista, Triple H through the table. I mean, just killed her. Yeah. It's like, well, I guess Nikki's done for a while.
She was. I mean, they showed it. They showed the replay, and I'm looking for where her head landed. Oh, everything.
She took it. I mean, just an impressive move. I enjoyed the match. Like I said, I gave it a B. I do want to comment on that insane elbow. Elbows off the top, I can't stand when people do them because most people just do it badly. That includes my girl Bailey. I hate when she does it. I hate when Shawn Michaels does it. I just hate when people do that elbow because they just don't do a good job. That elbow, that insane elbow, that is nice. That is nice. And I completely agree. Randy Savage has probably been shitting in his grave seeing all these damn shitty elbows off the top. But that one, he's probably going, oh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah. That is a nice elbow. I wish Nikki Cross would have won, but I did enjoy the match. I just wish Payton Royce wasn't in it. That's all. Just Payton. I can't stand it.
Let me ask you guys this. I mean, what did Payton Royce do wrong in the match? Because I see she was where she needed to be. No. She got her spots.
No, sir. I said in my review she was fine here. I said I don't know what happened between NXT and the main roster, but she lost her way. But as you said, when you put you in a character on the main roster, they do limit you. They said, well, you're this type of character, so you can't do these moves anymore.
Yes.
Okay, fine. But the greats rise to the occasion and they can change their game to match whatever character they're doing. Prime example, look at how Roman Reigns wrestles now versus when he was wearing the vest. It's totally different. People might not like the style, well, I think with us, on the podcast, we just don't like the damn guillotine. That's really
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah. The only person he put it on that it looked legit was Daniel Bryan because of the size difference. But but the point still remains. He changed his wrestling style. Look at trying to think of one more. Even like Randy Orton over the years, he's changed his style. Seth Rollins changed his style for sure.
Kevin Owens.
They limit him so much.
They limit him. He's been very limited.
Think of the animal he was back in the NXT. He was crushing people back then.
Yeah. Remember that match against John Cena? He was doing shit that I had never seen a guy his size do before.
Yeah.
He can walk the top rope and do a backflip. And they don't let him do it.
I've seen him in other promotions, so I have seen what he's able to do. He's tremendously limited.
Yeah.
For a big guy as big as he is, you look at him and you think, oh, what a fat piece of shit. But then you actually see what he does.
Now
he is amazing. He's an amazing superstar.
Now with Payton, she had Billy Kay dragging her, it's like dragging a dead body. I get it.
Ooh.
But
now Billy Kay is really, really, really
awful.
bad. I mean, like worse than Lana. Bad. Bad.
Yeah, she's that's fair. That's fair.
At least the one thing I can say about Lana, she's trying to.
Yeah, you can see her trying.
Yes, she does.
Billy Kay just looks like she's just
in the motion. Hey, look at me. Here's my ass.
Yeah.
She's not. Billy Kay don't be in the right.
She's
spot.
a diva. She's a diva era wrestler.
Her timing is awful. Billy Kay's bad.
Diva era wrestler. That's what she is. A diva era wrestler.
There's some diva era wrestlers that's better than Billy Kay.
No, I mean early era diva, where none of them could wrestle.
You mean the pillow fight girls?
Well, that's diva era, but they weren't actually wrestling.
But at least they were at least nice to look at.
Billy Kay's not. Okay, let me stop.
Just saying. Boy. Just saying.
That's starting to become a bash Billy Kay podcast.
No, okay, well, you're just keeping it real.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to go back because Book, you said something about Nikki Cross. Y'all seen her lately?
Oh yeah.
You said something today, but I didn't see.
Oh yeah,
she was on Raw last night, but I didn't watch Raw.
She lost some weight. She toned up.
They're letting her wear makeup again.
Yeah, she's
gorgeous.
She looked. I always thought she was gorgeous, but she looks different. She looks different.
Even when she didn't used to wear it, you could tell like if she just put on just a little bit, she's probably really pretty. And lo and behold,
maybe I'll go back. Will you watch her on Raw the other night or something like that against Rhea Ripley?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if you go on WWE's Instagram, there's a clip of her running around acting crazy.
I saw that, but she's running like a rabbit with her head cut off. I didn't see her face too good.
But she rips off her top. She's got like an 8-pack.
She's got abs. She's got abs now. Yeah, she's ripped. She got herself in shape. But she got married and everything, so she's
married to the man in the main event.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna talk about Prince Albert II here in a little bit.
Prince Albert. Don't insult anybody with that.
Come on, man. I thought
he's a big dude.
I ain't talking about his size. Y'all know I ain't talking about his size.
More like George the Animal Steel III.
George the Animal Steel.
I thought nobody in life could be hairier than Prince Albert. That was
you obviously don't remember George the Animal Steel.
He was worse. He's
way worse.
He was worse.
He's way worse.
Now that's when I was a young man watching.
Look up George the Animal Steel and you'll get it. He's by far way hairier.
Since I've been watching these two motherfuckers, boy, goddamn. Whew. All right. Now, this is the match.
Hey!
So this is the match that
You pay attention to the group chat, you know why he picked this show.
Yeah, buddy.
Mr. Andrade seeing almost as he is, properly addressed on this card and in NXT. I hated when they just took the rest of his name. He was just Andrade, which I got used to it, but it was still not the same.
Yeah.
It's like,
I knew him as.
I remember this time in NXT, Drew had just beat Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
The takeover before for the championship. And I thought Drew would have a long title run. Not to be the case. Now,
Yep.
if I remember correctly, though, there's a reason he was hurt.
I thought it happened this match.
I'm about to say, however, I don't remember if it happened before or during the match. It looked like it was during.
I think it was.
And they had to call it audible because, well, we'll get to it here in a minute after the review. I thought this was a good match. I think up to this point, taking the main event out of the picture, I think Dream and Black stole the show. And so it was, well, the women did a great job too. But if you're talking, like I said, I think the crowd was the loudest for Dream and Black outside the main event. I was shocked at how much the crowd was behind Andrade.
Man, he was over. Don't start making me mad about his main roster run. He was fucking, you know what? You take it. You take it.
Wow. Okay, I get it now.
He was over because I was under the impression at the time that Drew was the one they were going for. No, the crowd was 1,000% behind Andrade. I mean, they were chanting 3MB during this thing.
Yes, they were. If you listen, yes, they were.
That's how you know they're not behind you. And okay. I thought the match was good. I don't know if he had to have been hurt going to the match. Because I feel like Andrade was carrying Drew through this match. A lot of the moves, a lot of the offense, it was all Andrade. That backflip off the top turnbuckle to the floor. Come on, man. I mean, it was all Andrade in this match. I really feel like Drew was hindered, and I think he aggravated. I couldn't find the point in the match where he aggravated that arm specifically. But I could tell it looked like an audible was called because I think legit Andrade was shocked that he won because I don't think that was going to be the outcome going into the show. But I think maybe Drew might have whispered to the ref, "Hey, my shit ain't right. I might want to flip this tonight." I don't know. I'm just speculating, but. The ending seems sudden because I know that Andrade does the hammerlock DDT, and there was some pretty good sequences at the end, some near falls between the two. You know, Drew did hit the Claymore kick, but the DDT off the top rope, it wasn't exactly a hammerlock. It was just it was just top rope DDT, and he pinned him. I don't know. It seemed a little sudden. But at the end of the day, I still would give this match a B. I thought it was still good. I just wasn't as into it as the women's match or the Dream match. And I think Drew was hindered by an injury. Andrade showed out. I thought the celebration was a little too long.
Oh, boy.
Zelina Vega, can't leave her out of this equation at all because she was getting in there and did a Hurricane Rana on Drew. Hey, I got to meet these two when I went to the Royal Rumble. They couldn't have been nicer. They were really nice people. So nothing bad to say about them. But at the end of the day, I just give this match a B. Book, what'd you think?
Well, lately I've been seeing a lot of Drew losing. I mean, geez. I mean, that's all I've been seeing him is lose. So I'm watching this, and he's facing Andrade. I'm like, oh well, finally I'm going to see a win, and well, that didn't happen. I gave this actually a B+. I enjoyed it. I'm not sold on Andrade. I've never liked him.
Oh,
He
boy.
impresses me with his moves. He definitely impresses me with the moves. He
Okay,
showed a lot more of
real
who
quick.
he is here
Real
than
quick.
we saw in WWE in the main roster. They didn't do shit with him.
Did you ever watch his series with Rey Mysterio?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have. I've seen it. I have.
Well,
But
they went like 3 weeks on SmackDown. They tore the house down.
Tore it up.
They tore the house
there's
down.
a few other series with Ray I would think of before that. But
okay, all right.
But it's Ray.
It's Ray. I'm sorry. There's other series I could think of before that. D Malenko I'll think of before that. But I don't know what it is. Maybe I've just become such a homer for Drew. For a big guy, it impresses me what he can do in that ring. And I do get your point. I do think that he was somewhat injured. I was wondering if he was injured. And I was wondering if they called an audible in there and ended this a little soon. Because you don't normally see that much selling an injury in the ring. So it did look like there might have been something legitimate that might have happened, and they called an audible.
And he wasn't selling like, people say, like screaming or overacting.
He was looking legitimate.
He was pissed.
Yeah, he looked legitimately angry and pissed, and that's one of those guys. I don't want him pissed at me. So I enjoyed the match. I gave it a B+. Obviously, I wish Drew would have won. I'm just such a sucker for Drew. I just love Drew McIntyre. He is one of the best in the business. And for me, he's already going to be a Hall of Famer. He's just that damn impressive. Andrade, it's nice to see a different side of him because, like I said, the main roster just didn't do shit with him. In fact, they made me hate him. So it's nice to see this side of him. I gave it a B+. Of course, Andrade has a match later in another promotion with a certain wrestler.
We will talk about.
The best in the world,
Oh God.
But I gave this a B+.
Okay.
Yeah, Drew is okay. So let's get to what this match is all about. Andrade, Cien, Almas. I fucking love Andrade, Cien, Almas. I knew he would. He is.
I didn't know this.
I mean, he's like the perfect professional wrestler. He's amazing. Selena Vega as a manager, it's mint. It's perfect. A few notes on the match. Drew did a pop-up air raid crash, which was just brilliant. Shout out to Drew. Andrade with that spinning back elbow. Now they call it the quote-unquote Judas effect. Okay, cool. Andrade with a reverse tornado DDT on the back of Drew's head. That was great. The moonsault on the outside, that was fantastic. Drew hit a nasty future shock DDT. It looked good. That should have been 3. Zelina, she did the spike Hurricane Rana, followed by the hammerlock DDT, Andrade's finisher. He kicks out. Good stuff. The Claymore. Now, I gave this match an A. I would have gave it an A+, but when Drew hit the Claymore, Andrade got close to the ropes like he was supposed to. Zelina didn't get his foot all the way on the ropes like she was supposed to. Yeah. Andrade had to do it himself.
I saw that.
Well,
I'm like, I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking.
I didn't hate that bad because it kind of looked like, hey, get your leg up. It wasn't.
But I think it was supposed to be her getting his leg up for him. I think that's what it was supposed to be. It just, I don't know. It just, and I'm nitpicking now. I thought it was a avalanche DDT, hammerlock DDT off the top. I'm not sure. I always thought that's the spot where Drew got hurt, and I don't know if they called audible or if it's supposed to be that way. I truly don't know, but I'm so happy Andrade won. He had a decent reign. Andrade goes ape shit. He goes ballistic. He celebrates in the ring, outside the ring, on the ramp. He lifts up the title and drops it behind his head, has to pick it up and do it again. Zelina's going crazy. He hops on the announcer's desk. He scares the shit out of Mauro Ronaldo. That is the kind of celebration I want from a new champion. That was an A match. I almost gave it an A+. that is the kind of celebration I want to see. The crowd's going crazy, Andrade's going crazy. Good shit. I love Andrade seeing all this. It makes me so sad they did not nearly enough of him on the main roster. He is a world-class talent. Him and Kenny Omega should put on a banger because they're going for the AAA Mega World Championship or something like that. Him and Kenny Omega should do some serious work in there. So it's an A from me. Loved it. Loved the result. Sorry, Drew. Next time maybe whatever. It's all about Andrade seeing Almas.
I could have done without the celebration. It was a bit
that celebration.
It was starting to remind me of, I was having
fine,
flashbacks to Hulk Hogan.
It went on too long.
No, it didn't go on long enough. No. He should have been in the back doing the same shit. The work he put in. No, y'all, come on, man.
Okay, first of all, you can't tell me. I get the hype. This is why you want to do the show. It's fine.
Yeah.
No problem. but come on, man. He looked so shocked that hand came down for the 3. There's no way that was the finish. Because he was like, what? I won? And Zelina's trying to give him the belt.
It took him like 3 minutes to realize, yeah, you won, bro. You won.
But I've watched his mannerisms. Like, I've watched the way he's... I don't know. I don't know. What you guys are saying makes complete sense. But I'm not... I would love to know 5 years from now what exactly happened with that match. That's what I would love to know.
I mean, yeah, I would too. But
so
ain't nobody that good at acting.
Was it Drew's bicep or was it his forearm that got hurt? Because he pulled something.
It was his shoulder.
It was his shoulder?
I think it was his shoulder. Sometimes when you hurt your shoulder, you don't feel it up here. You feel it
down here.
Down the arm.
Every time I hurt my shoulder, I felt that burning sensation in the shoulder. That's just me.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the type of injury, but I've seen people that hurt their shoulder that always grab. They never grab. Well, I shouldn't say never. A lot of times they grab down here.
Okay.
If it's dislocated, yeah, you're gonna grab up here.
You can grab up here.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, I've done that.
But I think if it's a muscle or tendon or a nerve, which I've done, I've done with my elbow, but that does not feel great. Yeah, that's just the whole arm at that point. But it looked like he didn't want nobody to touch his arm at the end of the match. He just looked at it. He wasn't moving it.
No,
that's how I kind of figured like, he must be legitimately hurt then, because
you could tell he was hurt for real.
Oh yeah,
and then they had the trainer come out there too. You could tell he was hurt,
and he was pissed.
He was pissed. He looked like Undertaker after he wrestled Goldberg.
Oh wow!
He was kind of that pissed.
I'll just take your word for it because I was smart enough to never watch that piece of shit.
You have to watch that.
No,
yes, you do.
You never.
You have to
laugh your ass off.
I am not looking at that thing. No.
We all had to suffer through it. You guys suffered through it.
No. As an Undertaker fan, I have a free pass. I'm skipping that shit.
I haven't laughed that hard at a match ever.
No, DX versus Brothers of Destruction.
That was pretty bad.
I skipped that too. I've never watched it. I won't watch those matches. No.
His mask flying off. I was done.
Shawn hit him with a left. His mask came off. Holy crap! Like this is nothing. This is a real pay-per-view. Don't worry about that.
The most I've seen from that is the bruise Triple H had.
Oh, he tore his pec. Yeah.
That I saw
early. He tore it early. So
yeah, Shawn worked most of the match by himself, just bumping.
Yeah, it was bad. All right. Time for the main event. The first ever War Games NXT. Got the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor, with Roderick Strong versus Sanity, Alexander Wolf, Eric Young, and Killian Dane. And Killian Dane, the lone survivor left in NXT.
Yeah.
So like I said, they had, I think it was Arn Anderson and Dustin Rhodes at ringside for this. Because Dusty Rhodes was the inventor of this match. I think Arn had been in
18. He'd been in 18 of them.
God. 18?
He'd been in 18. and I've seen all 18 of them.
How?
War Games is rough, man.
Yeah, it's
You can tell.
rough.
It's
That's
in
like
the
being
early
18 Hell in
days,
a
it was
Cell.
rough. It got a little softer toward the end,
Mm.
but those early War Games were just vicious.
I mean, even Booker T talks about the one he was in. He was like, "Man, that shit, I wasn't the same after that."
It takes years off of you. It is no joke, that match, which is one of the reasons you never saw it again.
And it's one of the reasons they changed the Elimination Chamber, because I guarantee it was taking years off people. Because I've seen one live. Every single person that left the chamber had to be helped out.
Oh yeah.
The first one, Shawn Michaels. I mean, that match just looked brutal. It looked painful.
We reviewed it.
Yeah.
It's a retrospective. But this, however, I actually like how this one was. I actually hope that one day they go back to 3 teams, because I like them starting with 3 people instead of just 2. I think it added something. And then he had the whole team come out instead of one by one by one. You know,
Yeah.
just get everybody in there. Come on, let's get this over with. I even like how AEW did it, where it wasn't 5 minutes; it was only 3, and it sped it up. The only problem AEW had was camera angles, and people were bleeding. You didn't know why, you know, or what happened to them.
I mean, you know why, but
Why? But obviously they were.
why in quotations, but
We
still.
didn't see it.
Yes.
I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the hell out of this match. Obviously, I'm waiting for the weapons to get introduced, but even leading up to that point, I thought it was good. Obviously, that's the bread and butter, right? When Sandy comes down and they start throwing kendo sticks, steel chairs, the crowd's chanting, "We want tables," and Killian Dane gets the tables out. Let me explain something to y'all. When I went into this watching this match, I'm thinking Adam Cole or AOP or even, you know, I don't know. That's what I had in my mind was going to steal this match.
You're going to say what I was about to say.
Killian
Say what I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
My
MVP.
God.
MVP of the match. The biggest paycheck should have gone to him.
Right.
What didn't he do? I mean, he just said, "No, this is my match. F Adam Cole, F AOP,
Right.
F Sanity. This is mine.
Yeah.
I'm Insanity, but F them other 2. I'm taking over this." I don't even know how Alexander Wolf got busted open, but he did. I didn't catch that one.
I think didn't he go through the table? I think that's when it happened. Because he wasn't busted open until that. It either was that or maybe when he got hit with, because he got hit with his own bully club that he brought in. It was one of those 2 things.
I mean, I could barely keep up with the stuff Killian Dane was doing. I'm like, why aren't they doing more with this guy? He's amazing. He's not just big and hairy, okay? He's actually really, really talented. And I can't say enough. I like the face off he had with Razor. They both did the 2-man fallaway slam. I mean, this was just the coast to coast to Kyle O'Reilly. I mean,
I have never seen
a
big guy do
Kyle.
that. I've never seen somebody that big do it.
He was insane in this match. I loved it. Everything else was great too. The Tower, there's 2 Tower of Doom spots at the same time.
Yeah,
that was awesome. The I guess it was Roderick and Adam Cole did the vertical suplex off the top of the cage onto everybody.
Yes.
It's so much happened in this match. I can't remember everything, but it was vastly entertaining, and Killian Dane is primarily the reason why I get this A+. I loved it. This was fantastic. Great way to end the night, and they need to do more with Killian Dane. I don't remember him being that much involved in the match, and I'm so glad that I got to see that side. That he's good. He is damn good. Oh man. Book, what did you think?
Well, you know me, I'm a sick sumbitch. I love the blood and the violence. Those are my favorite kind of matches. I love them. So I had a lot of opinions for this match. going into it. I was like, are you going to live up to the name War Games? You don't just toss that up and just think you're going to throw some fake shit. You better do this for real. And they friggin' brought it. I gave this an A+ as well. And one on a side note, anytime I get to see Paul Ellering, you know I'm just going to light up. Yeah. Because Paul Ellering, if you know me, the Road Warriors are my favorite tag team of all time. It's not even a debate with me.
Right.
So seeing Paul Ellering again, ooh, I hate what they did to the Authors of Pain. They fucked them up. But
they also kept getting injured too. They could not.
Yeah, they kept getting injured. I heard about that.
Yeah, but I do agree. That's for another podcast.
But yeah, they messed them up. Sanity, I already said it. If there was a group I was gonna love, it would have been Sanity. There's no doubt on that. Killian Dane, my God, I've only seen pictures of him, and of course, we all know who he's with. So I've never seen the guy wrestle. So I was like, as soon as he walks to the ring, I'm like, oh God, it's a big fat hairy guy. Okay, let's see what you do. And holy shit, that big guys should not be able to move around like that. He is so light on his feet that it's that coast to coast. You said it. I have never seen somebody that big. When he put the can there, I'm like, oh God, no, don't do it. Don't do it, man. I don't need to see you fall and just land halfway and he has to sell it.
I mean, he put Shane McMahon to shame.
Yes.
I'm not going to go that far.
Well, maybe not to shame.
I'm not going to go that far.
Proud.
For how big he is, he did a damn good job. This was just an exciting match. Like I said, I gave this an A+. I do have a question. The Undisputed Era. I do recall, I think I've seen, isn't there 4 of them? And the 4th one is Roderick Strong. Isn't the 4th one Roderick Strong?
It is.
Okay. I've been wondering that the whole time. Yeah. I wanted to look it up and just see if I was right, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to save this for the podcast and just ask them. But I'm like, I know I've seen him before. The whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, aren't you in the Undisputed Era? Yeah. I mean, I thought that before they even hinted to the fact that they asked him.
Their first pay-per-view together.
What's that now?
I want to say this was their very first pay-per-view together as a group.
Oh man, I think you're right.
If you notice their entrance, they don't quite have it down yet.
You're right.
They're not
like how they had it down later on.
They don't have. They're not posing. They don't even have the they don't even have this.
They don't even do that. Yeah.
But I was strongly impressed. This was definitely a worthy War Games match. A+.
They only get better, man.
Dude.
I actually watched the next one.
Okay.
I watched it right after I got done finishing this. So I watched it. Well, that should tell you right there how I felt after watching this pay-per-view.
Have you seen the Women's War Game match?
That's after that one, isn't it?
It's a couple years.
That's the one we were there
for. I haven't gone that far, but I'll finish it with this. The last time I felt like this after watching any kind of wrestling was ECW. ECW made me feel like this. Jacked, pumped, ready to go out and get in a fight. So big time props. We've been
telling you. we wouldn't lie to you. We knew.
I knew you weren't lying, but
yeah. Well, we are glad that you enjoyed it, and we're glad that it gave you a good feeling. That's why we wanted you to watch it. But this is your show, man. This is your choice. That's why I let you take us home.
I'm very happy. My crowning achievement of the night is turning Book into an NXT guy now, because these War Games matches get better and better and better and better and better. I went with a solid A on here, and the only reason I didn't go A+, at the very end, let me back up. So every Adam Cole match I watch, I expect Adam Cole to be the star, because Adam Cole is a tremendous tremendous professional wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
However, in this match, Killian Dane was the fucking guy. He hit a Michinoku driver onto two members of UE.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I think it was. I don't even know who he hit it on.
It was Fish and O'Reilly.
But who did he lift up for the driver? Because I don't think it was Adam Cole.
It was Fish. O'Reilly was laying down. Yep. He drove Fish into O'Reilly.
Oh, it
sat on him.
Horrific. I said, shit. The coast to coast, he almost killed poor Kyle O'Reilly. Mm-hmm. He was the star of this show. He was at one point he was beating the shit out of Roderick Strong too. Roderick Strong has the best gas tank in NXT. Just side note. This match was great. And the only reason I don't go A+, at the end, Adam Cole hit the last shot with the chair on Eric Young. I felt like after all we've seen, that was just a touch anticlimactic. And I'm being picky. I thought that was just a touch anticlimactic. If you compare this to some of the later War Games we've seen and the two women's War Games we've seen, I'm like, I can't go A+ because those were A+, and I can't put this with those. But for the first one, this was flames. This was great. Adam Cole on the top with the suplex onto the everyone else. This just great professional wrestling. The whole card, except for the first match, great professional wrestling. This is what you want to see. This is what NXT Takeover is all about. Book, I'm slowly making you an NXT guy now.
Yes.
Come on.
I liked it, but I'm an ECW guy.
Well, it's not that kind of product, though.
It's not that kind of product.
I know it's not. I know it's not. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be all just blood and violence and guts. It doesn't have to be just that. No, I like good wrestling.
And that's my point. You like good wrestling. You have preached. Mm-hmm. You preach on this show. I'm going to quote you right now. You think I don't do it? I do.
Get them.
You bring people back, or two people look good in the match, or a match just looks good on paper. What do you always say? The bell has to ring.
The bell has to ring.
The bell needs to ring.
And if you want bell to bell, solid wrestling,
preach,
chain wrestling to combination wrestling to top rope spots to hard spots to violent spots, you're gonna get it in NXT. You might get it once a year. The main roster might pull something out of their ass, and you might get people that call an audible. Like you might get Sasha and Bailey. You might get
a Cell.
Yeah, you might get that once a year on the main roster. You're getting shit like that all the time on NXT. And the best thing about it, though, Book, is that you have an archive of feuds in NXT that we can recommend that you'll love, especially, and Blake will agree, Gargano, Ciampa.
Woo. Oh, God. Hey, or how about this? NXT champion Andrade Cien Almas versus Gargano. We reviewed this.
Oh, yeah.
NXT Philadelphia.
Yes.
Woo. I watched it.
That's a Dave Meltzer 5-star match right there.
I watched it.
There you go.
That's what I watched because they said it was Philadelphia. So I'm like,
that could be my favorite. That could be my favorite NXT match of all time. It's in the top 3 at least. They went crazy.
I still think Johnny and Ciampa street fight is my favorite.
Oh, that's an ignorant match. My goodness. That's an ignorant ass match.
You saw two people trying to kill each other.
Oh, they do. And the thing is, they're still best friends in real life, and they try to kill each other.
Yeah.
Gargano, Adam Cole, the trilogy.
I've seen some NXT matches. Like I saw Bailey and Sasha. I saw that.
That's a damn good match.
So I've seen some. It's just.
I just think you should
sporadic.
Give it, if you're going to give time to any wrestling program week to week, it should be NXT, or even maybe not even week to week. If you're going to follow anybody's pay-per-view, and if you had one, I'll use me. If I had one choice, if I only had one brand to choose, I would choose NXT. And that's 1000%. And I love AEW. Don't get me wrong. I like AEW a lot. But NXT it's just so innovative. It's always different.
I can't turn my back on Kenny and the Bucks.
I'm not saying
I would never hear it. The Young Bucks are still the Young Bucks are still in the top.
Oh my God!
Only tag team I put right now maybe above them, and I don't even know if they're tagging right now as a Lucha Bros.
Lucha Brothers, I knew
Lucha Bros, yeah,
and that's it. Legitimately, that's it. But and Kenny's a good professional wrestler. He's a really good professional wrestler.
Okay,
but we're not going to go there.
Wait.
But overall,
he's about to though.
No, I'm not gonna mess with Kenny tonight.
No, wait. I had to say this.
Overall product, NXT is the one.
Yeah, but I had to say this because I watched the Rich Swann match, and all I had.
Oh, that.
My only thought after was where the hell has this been? Okay, because I loved it. I thought that match was great.
Okay, so what about? Let me tell you something. Kenny versus Pac was much better. Kenny versus Ray Phoenix, much better. And I'm leaving it alone. I'm not going to Kenny bash tonight.
Well, I'm not even bashing him. I'm just saying I know what he can do. I just want him to do it more often.
Him and Andrade should blow the roof off, and I'm gotta finagle a way to watch that match.
Yeah.
Well, he'll add another.
That's
belt
almost
to
when I want to call off work to it. No,
another belt.
He
to
has
the collection. He's the belt collector. He'll get another belt.
He's going to lose. Andrade is going to beat him. He's going to lose.
Well, I know if he does, I know who will be the first person to message me. Now
it'll be me.
I wouldn't have thought that before, but evidently now I know.
I'm an Andrade mark, man.
I didn't know that, but now I know.
I thought everybody knew that.
I had no idea. No idea.
I should have worn my Andrade shirt for this show. I would have tipped my hat though.
See,
Eric, I know you knew.
I knew as soon as I watched. I was like, I know why this. I know why. Not mad. It was great.
I love Andrade, man. That's my guy.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just, I think we all, like to love the guy and thought he was great. It's just that WWE machine, man.
Well, he said he gave an interview to I think Lucha Libre Online. He's like, look, once he came back, he had like a small injury. I think it might have been shoulder or something. I'm not sure. He comes back and he's like, look, I'm just sitting back there and catering. He's like, I can't do it. I'm sitting back there doing absolutely nothing. I can't do it. So he quit. He actually was released. And now he's going back to his roots in Mexico. Rumor has it, this isn't an Inside Man exclusive or nothing, but rumor has it he's going to be possibly a Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing, yeah.
I've heard that. I wouldn't doubt it.
Then I'm going to be forced to watch AEW.
There's somebody else that I heard that may be there, and I'm not saying his name.
Why you got to treat AEW like this, man?
I'm not saying who it is.
No. I know
somebody else.
I'm just saying we cover AEW. They have had some missteps. They have.
I mean, everyone has. Everyone's had some missteps.
AEW's had some different ones.
Well, the Mimosa match and
no. I'm not even thinking that. I'm not even thinking that. I'm thinking the same thing.
We're thinking the Cardboard King.
Yeah, a cardboard cutout.
I sent you guys in the group text.
Don't blow up.
Yeah, I sent them like, did Jericho just fall on a pillow with cardboard on top of it? And I'm supposed to feel like he's hurt?
No,
are you kidding me?
Not even that.
A pillow would have held more.
Elevated. So the fall wasn't even far.
Yeah. No. And then the camera's right in his face. He's laughing, talking to Dean Malenko. Then he looks at the camera, like, oh shit, let me close my eyes, act like I'm hurt. Jericho, stop. What are you doing? Stop.
Yeah, that's why.
Bad flashback.
That's why he couldn't wait. When WWE did the backlash with the zombies, he couldn't wait to.
He was waiting.
Because he was like, well, they ain't talking about me no more.
But if you take away that shit,
far worse. If
you take away the shitty zombies, that's a B+ pay-per-view. That pay-per-view is good with the exception of that.
It was.
Yes. But
and those zombies are all Vince. That was Vince's idea.
Oh, that was totally Vince. But the up-and-coming AEW pay-per-view That card is absolutely stacked. That
So
could be the pay-per-view of the year right there.
Who's in the triple threat with Kenny? Is it Pac?
It's Pac and Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy's gonna eat the pin in that one.
It's gonna be a great match. It's
gonna be a great. The whole card just looks amazing. I'm trying to find the shit somewhere in that card because it's got to be there somewhere.
I looked at the Bucks versus Mox and Stinkston, and I looked at the main event.
Look,
you can call him that. I can't stand his clothes.
Eddie Kingston sucks. We are not going to argue this. You guys know he is not a good wrestler.
He's not. He's not good at all. He's not good at all. He is not good at all. He's an eyesore.
But it just caught me off guard when you texted earlier. I literally was laughing out loud.
It's a very fair nickname for him.
It is.
It's a very fair nickname. And his overacting, and he's a part of the blow up ring.
Yeah, he was. He was covering Mox ups. Don't get hurt by the sparklers, Johnny, please. Oh goodness, let me help you.
We don't need to.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay, fine. I'm not even gonna keep.
I can't go down that road again.
NXT, baby, that's where it's
NXT.
Next takeover coming up in June.
In your house, right?
Yes, and it's in your house. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. I'm interested in the women's match against Raquel Gonzalez. That's what I'm interested in.
I'll tell you guys what. I will watch that pay-per-view.
I
will watch that pay-per-view.
There you go.
So I've seen a past one. Now I might as well see a live one.
So he watched the whole card for NXT. So you watched Gargano versus Andrade. You watched that one?
Wasn't that in Philadelphia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. So watch the Gargano Adam Cole trilogy. They do 3 matches.
That was good, but I'm telling you, the Ciampa one was better in my opinion.
I don't know, man.
I've heard a lot about I've heard about the one Eric's talking about more. I've heard a lot about that one.
Because it was different. It hit different because they were a tag team and Ciampa turned on him.
It messed with your heart. And Ciampa was such a mega heel back then. Ciampa was the biggest heel in all 3 brands of WWE.
Yes. You would appreciate it, Book. He went old school for like 6 months. He didn't have interest music.
Nope, no interest music. He would come out and the crowd would start chanting asshole. That he was so over as a heel.
Oh,
it was absurd.
That's not the worst chant. That's not the worst chant.
What else they do?
F you Ciampa.
Oh yeah, they did that. Yeah.
Oh well, that's my kind of heel.
They hated him.
That's my kind of heel.
So when he was champ, we should do the retrospective when he fights Dream for the championship. That's a damn good match.
It is. It hurts my heart to watch that match though.
I thought Dream was going over, man. I did.
It hurts my heart. Oh, that hurt. But so shows we have coming up. Like Book said, next week is AEW Double or Nothing. So we'll be doing a post show for that.
Ooh, I can't wait for that.
That card.
Ooh, I can't wait for that. I'm so hyped.
That card is stacked.
I cannot wait. I'm shining up my belts for that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. And then the following week, we're getting back to the movies.
Oh Jesus!
Y'all agree to do it.
I agree to do one of them, not the other one.
Oh, they're gonna have a Cara Shida versus Britt Baker. Well, that's gonna be a good match.
The card is
gonna
stacked.
be a damn good match.
The whole card is stacked. The whole card is stacked.
That's the match I want to see.
I just wish they could go back to Vegas and get a crowd. They're gonna have more of a crowd at Daly's Place this time, but I just want them to go back to MGM probably next year. So yeah, that will be this coming Sunday actually. So that'll be this. That'll be the next show though, and then the following week. Look, we did the 2021 Mortal Kombat. It's only appropriate if we go back and review the other 2.
No, only one of them. Don't have to do the other one.
You guys are gonna do Annihilation?
No, we should not do that one. There's no reason.
There is a reason.
No, there isn't, because that means I have to spend money again on that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I don't.
It's on HBO Max.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation is really bad, bro. Dude, that's a terrible movie.
Come on. We don't need to watch that.
Maybe just
Haven't
do
you
the
made us
old
suffer
one.
enough with Ready to Rumble? I mean,
Oh,
Ready to Rumble is levels of worse.
you've made us suffer enough, man. Don't need to.
Ready to Rumble is so bad.
that's a bad movie for real.
I'll wipe my ass with that movie. I'll never watch that again.
I don't need to suffer. Don't punish Rob more.
Rob hadn't seen it, so he don't know.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you're gonna punish
Poor
him.
Rob.
We'll know after watching it.
Poor Rob.
That
Shout out to the ambassador. I wish you were on the show tonight.
But that makes for a good show. Because when he's pissed, it's entertaining.
It is.
He's gonna be pissed.
It is.
I know you're listening. I know you're gonna listen to this, Rob. But I'm not. At least I'm not lying to you. But so yeah, 1995 Mortal Kombat will be in 2 weeks, and then I'll have to grab Book by the hand and foot and drag his ass to watch Annihilation.
Oof, that's a bad. Oof.
Yeah, it's bad. And then make sure you check out the shows we got up right now. WrestleMania Backlash, along with Blood and Guts AEW. We did a countdown, worst gimmick matches. And then also make sure you check us out on YouTube. We got the videos up from WrestleMania. The full video from night 1 and a clip of night 2. Check out MJ Books Podcast, Countdown Podcast 2020. Myself, your brother Blake, most recently has been on the show. They did a countdown of Intercontinental Champions. Love that show. They also did tag teams, greatest top 10 tag teams. And both of those shows I highly recommend. They were great. And I think that's all I can think of. Unless Book, you want to plug anything?
Just posted a new episode today. Continuing the 80s countdown, 1986. Continuing that little thing. Did 1987. Of course, did an episode with you just mentioned Blake, and got a couple more coming up soon. Including one that may involve country music, so that'll be a little rougher.
Country music?
I listen to country, man.
You do?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I've been to a Garth Brooks show.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Best concert I've ever been to in my life was Garth Brooks.
I mean,
I know some Johnny
my
Cash
wife-
songs.
my wife's in the country. The only country artist I can get into is Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton's good.
He's really good. He's talented. I give it to him.
Chris
I
Stapleton's
give
good.
it to him. Yeah. So yeah, outside of that, as always, we recommend everybody please go out and get vaccinated. I think pretty much everybody on this show has been vaccinated, so at least the first shot, if nothing else. We want to get back to life as we know it. We want to get back to live shows. We don't want to be wearing masks and everything.
No.
Not being able to do normal things. Like I said, we started this podcast with the intent to go to more shows, and then COVID hit.
All we can do is talk about shows now.
Talk about shows.
But just think about it. When finally we can start going back, that first 3GW show that we all go to.
Oh man, it's gonna be
first
lit.
Wrestling show.
It's gonna be lit.
It's a question of who it'll be. Will it be
Royal
WWE?
Rumble,
Will it be
baby.
NXT? Will it be AEW? What will it be?
We shall see. But we thank you all for listening again. Take care of yourselves. Take care. Enjoy this week, and then also check out this pay-per-view and watch NXT.
NXT, baby.
Speak to y'all again soon.